Today I want to talk about pricing a property per square foot. A lot of people use the cost per square foot when they're looking at properties to value them. And what that means is you take the square footage of the home and you divide it by the total price of the house. And that gives you a cost per square foot. Where that's challenging is in a place like Utah where I live. So Utah, we have basements. We don't have just one level. Cost per square foot makes more sense when you're looking at a home that is just one level. If you're looking at single family homes in neighborhoods where they're all just one single level, there are some cities like that in Utah where we don't have basements. That makes a lot more sense. It's a lot easier to use that number to sort of justify your price. At the same time, there's a lot of variables that you still need to take in consideration even when you're looking at a cost per square foot model. Are the materials that are used in that property higher end than some of the other comparables? The neighborhood, is it a better neighborhood? Is it a better location? How do you do cost per square foot when it comes to potentially a corner lot? Or maybe there's a specific thing about this property that makes it more valuable. How do you include that in cost per square foot? So there's a lot of variables that go into pricing a property that the cost per square foot model may or may not make sense. Where I find the cost per square foot makes the most sense is when you're pricing out condos. When you're pricing out a single level condo, let's say, those stacked condos where they're all sort of on top of each other, that building in general is like a box. And so a lot of those units are the same exact size. So they're almost identical. And so it makes a lot more sense to price a property in that case, cost per square foot, because they're all very similar. But where I'm at and where a lot of people may be, where they have a lot of different variables, above grade square footage, below grade square footage. Maybe you have a pool. Maybe you have a bigger yard. Again, maybe you have a corner lot. Maybe you have something that just makes your property really unique. You're not doing yourself a service if you're only looking at cost per square foot. And it's something that's really easy to get caught up in because I even do it too. As a matter of fact, I was just trying to justify a price of a comparable of mine that I'm selling as a cost per square foot model. I took all of the comparable units around the area. I used the cost per square foot, but I also said, hey, appraiser, recognize that this cost per square foot does not include finished basements. So the comparable units that we're looking at don't have finished basements. So at the very least, you need to take that cost per square foot and then add the cost that it would be to finish the basement on top of that. So the cost per square foot is sort of like a hybrid where I'm using it, but I'm kind of just using it as a base, and then I'm using the other things around it to justify my price. So just something to keep in mind. Cost per square foot can be a really valuable tool, but it's not exclusive and it's not something you only want to use when you're looking at how much a property is valued at. So make sure you're using somebody who knows these tools. Make sure you're using somebody who recognizes the difference. Make sure you're using somebody who's experienced in this business and could help you value your property correctly. Don't get swindled. Don't have one of these people come in that tell you your property is only worth X amount per square foot, because in general, they're just trying to take advantage of you. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button below, hit the notification button, it'll let you know when I'm dropping new tips and tricks on how to price your properties.